Hey, welcome to Homeland Security Fundamentals. I'm the instructor for this course at Fort Riley this fall, first session. And this is just kind of an introductory video. I also posted a couple announcements on Blackboard Excels, probably going over kind of background stuff a little more in detail. This introductory video is more about Blackboard itself, just in case you haven't taken any of the courses with Southwestern before and you're just not familiar with how to navigate through Blackboard. So I will go ahead and share the screen and kind of go through it, and so you all have an understanding of what's expected from Blackboard itself. I won't go through all the instructions, but I do want to make sure that you see how to navigate through the Blackboard functions overall. So here's Blackboard here, and just kind of starting from the top, and it automatically opens up into announcements first. And you notice there's a Homeland Security Fundamentals announcement from me, and I really go into a lot of detail about when everything is due and what's expected from it. And then there's a Unit 1 announcement as well. So that's from this tab right here. If you're coming down to the next one, click on it. That's where your faculty and course info is at. That's where the syllabus is at. I encourage you to go and read it. It gives you detailed explanation what's expected, as well as the rubrics, which is how everything is graded. So really encourage you to go out there and take a look at that before the course begins. If you go up here to faculty info and click on it, that's just kind of a bio about me. And I kind of go into office location and office hours and such as that. So take a look at it. Got any questions, let me know. Going back, now moving down to academic resources, I'll tell you now, this is the academic resources gives you really everything that you need to know about all the different resources that are available to you from Southwestern College. And really one of the more important ones is the APA citation outline, OWL outline guidelines. I really go in there and take a look. I especially haven't done a lot of writing thus far. Also, Dietz Library is almost a suppository of every single reference or resource that you'll need when you're writing your paper. So take a look at that if you can. All right. All right, so moving down a little bit further, that looks like just go through it all. If there's anything else, Online Writing Center, if it happens to be that you're not real comfortable with writing or it's not one of your strong points, I encourage you to go through that and take a look at it. All right, so going back, just click the back button, and then I really don't have anything in the class question board. Unless you have some kind of question, then by all means you can post it here, or you can send me an email. And if you noticed if you went to my faculty info, just going back real quick, my email is posted right there, my Southwestern email. Please send me the email to that email address from your Southwestern email address. Per college policies, I'm not supposed to be sending emails or corresponding with you on emails other than with your Southwestern College email. So I encourage you to go to there. All right, so moving down to Unit 1. So Unit 1, and I won't go through all the units. I'll just kind of give you an overview. And it's all the learning objectives are listed. Got 2 PowerPoints. I don't use these actual PowerPoints, but they are good PowerPoints for the course to give you a good overview of the course before you start reading the material. I do want you to read everything before the course on Tuesdays. So let's make sure you've got chapters 1 and 2 read before you come to class that day. There is a pretty long video. Take a look at that, review through it, kind of hit some of the high points of it. And then if you look right here where it says participate in their introductions discussion forum, that is the one extra thing that we have this week and this week only. Go ahead and post a 350 to 500 word introduction of yourself. And I've already posted one introduction out there, kind of going over it a little bit more and the importance of posting an introduction. Below that, you kind of get the criteria for when we're going to meet. And I still have not gotten the class location, but as soon as I do, I will send it to everybody by email so everybody knows exactly where we're going to be holding the class over there in the Education Center at Fort Riley. Moving down, every week we'll have a discussion. They're all set up the same way. All the instructions are right here on the board. You don't have to download anything else or open any attachments. Everything is right here for you to use. And then moving down, you will have 3 quizzes and then 3 assignments. So this is one of the assignments right here. This is the all hazards paper. If you click on that, you move into that and actually gives you the instructions how to do it, how many points this one is worth. And then if you come down here, you can go to browse my computer and you can actually upload it from there. All assignments must be done in Word. I can't say that enough. That is the only acceptable format for assignments. So let's make sure you do it in Word and that everything is in APA format. All right, and if you just kind of go down, I'll just kind of quickly go through the rest of the units. If you'll notice, it's all set up the same way, but in Unit 2, that's when you have your first quiz. Unit 3, that's where you have your second assignment in addition to your discussion, and this is a comparative analysis, and it's worth a few more points than the first one, and it kind of grows as you go through. If you go to Unit 4, the graded work for Unit 4 is now you have back to a quiz again and the same old discussion as before. Let's make sure that when we're doing discussions that we're making sure that we're doing those responses, those peer responses, initial peer responses due by Friday. So you got to have your post done by Wednesday, your initial post, and then you have to have 2 peer responses done by Friday. So let's make sure we stay on top of that. Unit 5, this is where your vulnerability paper is at. Vulnerability paper is kind of a culminating. I would almost count it as kind of your final. And if you notice, that one is worth 150 points. And then finally, in week 6, you're going to have 1 more quiz. Just know that each one of the quizzes is about the chapters that we've covered up until that point. So in other words, the first quiz, which was in Unit 2, that one's going to cover Unit 1 and Unit 2. And then the quiz in Unit 4 is going to cover the chapters we covered in 3 and 4, learning objectives. And then finally, in Unit 6, that'll cover the learning objectives that we covered in 5 and 6. So it's not like it's a final exam, which will be much bigger. It'll just be chunks of it. So once you've gotten that part of it done, you don't have to worry about memorizing a lot of stuff. And you can go and just take the quiz based on the 2 units that it covers. All right, and then beyond that, we may have a Zoom session during the course, but because we meet on Tuesdays, I really haven't seen the need to do that. I just want to make sure that you understand that before we come on Tuesdays, all of these things that you see under assigned reading and preparation activities are expected to be done before we come in on Tuesday. So I know the week begins on Monday, and that's kind of a lot to go through, but go ahead and read the chapters that you have. At least review the videos. That way, if you have any questions, it kind of will add to the discussion, because during our classroom participation, I'm going to focus on collaboration and making sure that we're prepared for the rest of the week and going over the chapters, some kind of making sure that we're hitting on those parts of the chapters that you'll probably see again on the quizzes. But for the most part, this is going to be our time to get together and actually discuss the subjects and kind of go through some same thing as you do in your discussion groups, but this will be face-to-face and be able to really get into it and discuss it, so we really have a good comprehension for the material that you're reading. All right, well, that's about it for Blackboard. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Here we go. Hey, so that's about it. I look forward to seeing everybody on that first Tuesday. If you have any questions, by all means, send me a text message or send me an email, give me a call, let me know what your questions are, and I'll address them then. But I look forward to getting together with all of you on Tuesdays and working with you out throughout the week. All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.